Okay, I'm just going to use this brush. Just put some mark over there, and you can use any color. It doesn't matter. You can use blue color, purple color, brown color. Okay, any color you want. And just take a little color, anything. So also at the beginning, use more. If you need to dilute the color, use gamsol. So I'm going to use a little gamsol. Put a little gamsol in here. So I'm going to make it a little bit liquid. Okay. So now I want you to hold the brush this way. There's nothing need to be nervous about. So if you want to think about it, say, okay, I'm going to put the top over here. Just put the color over there, like that. And then let's take a look at the bottom. I'm going to put it over here. Okay, it looks like there's a kind of triangle. I'm not sure. Like that. How about something like this? Really light, like this. And then again, have the triangle. And if you think about, oh, no, this is not what I want. I want it to be a little bit lower. In that case, what you can do is just use a paper towel and dip into the gamsol. Okay, dip into gamsol. I want you to just erase it. Just don't put this in your mouth. Just erase it. Can start over again. And then you think about, so I want it to be maybe the top over here a little bit lower then. Like this. I'm going to have this a little bit lower. Like that. Draw a few more times, and then you hold the brush this way, okay? Just hold it and relax. Like this. And then coming over here. And then judge on the balance that you have everything on the, so you can see how much on the left, how much on the right, how much on the top. Spend some time on the composition. You just draw like you would draw with charcoal. Like that. How's this? Just hold it like this and finish the composition for me. Alright, our next thing we're going to do is mix the large color. And you can change the color from what you see in the reference. I'm going to use a little bit larger brush so I can apply the color a little bit easier after I have the color. And I'm going to use this size of brush as a number 6 as a cubic shape. I like cubic shape. It's easier to modify the brush stroke and however I want to do, right? And first thing, I'm going to mix the color for the background. And then I'm going to mix the color over here because it doesn't matter which one you're going to start, because however, I think the background, I put the color over here and then mix this color and then I come back over here to fix the color if I don't like it. So this is still the beginning painting process, so I'm going to use a little bit more gamsol. Okay, just dip in the gamsol. Now, ready. Now we're going to mix. Let's start from the blue color. Start from the brown color. It's a little bit easier. The brown color. And then if you're going to mix with the blue color, it would a little bit more like a gray color, but it's not exactly. It's more like going into a little bit more of the a little bit more cool, or going to brown, a cool. So I'm going to take a little bit white color. Here you go. Now I take a little white color and put it over here. Now I'm going to squint my eye. Sometimes we do need a little red color because this is a gray color. And I'm going to put it over here to see how it looks like. It doesn't need to look like the color in the reference. Now I'm gonna think about, I'm gonna have a little bit more white color, and I'm gonna take a look at that and put the color over here again. And keep holding the brush this way and make it easy. You can paint it like this. You can see me paint it like that. If you feel kind of like I want it a little bit more gray, and you can add some little red color in here and have a little blue color. Actually, this way you can make it even more gray. Okay. Okay, take your time. Just like in watercolor painting, you cannot make the decision how you're going to change the color until you have all the colors within the painting area. Now I'm going to mix the orange color. I'm going to take the yellow color. Just think about this color closer to what color? Closer to the yellow and red, right? Now I'm going to put the yellow color over here, and the second color I'm going to take is just the red color. I'm going to take these two colors together. It's very close to this color already. You can put it on like that. Now you want to think about how dark is this color supposed to be. And if you want to keep this color, that's okay. And also in the middle over here, have a little bit more red. You can see I have been holding this brush like this, really freely, relaxing. Okay, I'm going to put a little red color over here. Like that, testing it. Still with the gamsol. Now I'm going to have a little bit more yellow. Now I'm going to think about the outside color. Maybe have a little bit lighter. So take a little white color and mix it into here. Now I'm going to make it a little bit lighter. Okay, like that. Just put the color into that space and think about how dark that color is supposed to be. Like this. Okay, if this is what you want, and keep it there, and we're going to come back to adjust the color a little bit later. Okay, watch out how you hold the brush, how you think about the color. If you think the color too dry, use gamsol. And the gamsol going to dry really fast. Alright, the next color we're going to place is this color. By the way, in this process, in this stage, nothing is final. Any of those colors, only a little testing. Just testing. Okay, now I'm going to have a little bit darker color. What color is that? I'm going to go with the brown color first. I'm going to take the brown color, but the brown color is too warm, right, compared to that color over there. But the value very much there. So I'm going to take the little blue color in here. I'm going to get a little gamsol because I want it to be easier to take the color a little bit, getting a little bit inside over here. Now you have this color, and this color may be a little bit too dark because the blue color definitely too dark. Get a little bit brown, and I'm going to use the gamsol to make it a little bit lighter. How about that? It's maybe too much. Let go some of them. I'm going to get a little gamsol. Right now it's just testing the color. Now I'm going to take it, put it over here. So here you go. Now I'm going to think about the shape of that like this. Just put it enough. Like now use the side of the brush like this. Okay, that's good enough. I don't want you to really fill it in too much. I'm going to maybe get a little bit white color, put it over here. Get a little bit this orange color and then merge into here. So I can use a little bit lighter tone, maybe put it a little bit over here, a couple brush strokes, and that's it. Just a suggestions. That's all you need to do. Suggestion. I know this training mostly is about set up the proper habit. So I don't want you to too much of nervous about the thing that you are doing. And I'm going to over here, I'm going to have that maybe a little brown color, a little bit brown like that. So if you want, you can put a little bit color over here, but it's this whole area. Maybe the color is going to change. But this is good enough. Just a little rough suggestions. I'm going to get a little bit more brown, mostly between these two colors. And I'm going to have the shape a little bit more open, like this. So give it a little bit more proper. Okay, that's good. And now the next thing, what you're going to do, you ready? The next color, I'm going to get a little red, mix in the middle over here. And then need to be have a little bit blue, and this blue and brown color mix into it. Get a little white. Maybe get a little yellow too. Just a little bit darker color and a little bit of the yellow color. With that, what I'm going to put it on is this color, a little bit darker, like that. Here you go. Put it down over here on the edge, and coming on this side, coming down like this. All right. Now I have all the colors already. I'm going to get a little red color, put it right over here, and make this a little bit darker, like that. And don't worry about the seed too much. I'm going to have a little yellow color and mix that with the little red color. Here you go. A little bit lighter. Get a little bit more yellow. I'm going to put a little color right over here. Make a little bit more yellow. And put it right here. Like that. That's good enough. Now I'm going to stop. Now I'm going to looking for how I'm going to adjust those colors. The same thing that we're doing in watercolor painting. After you have all the colors in the big areas, laying in the painting, and then you're going to take a little short break, come back to change them. If you do it right in the oil painting process, you very much, when you return back to doing watercolor, you would carry the same approach. I'm going to make it a little bit different. So I'm going to take a look at, and the outside over here, I'm going to get a little white color. I'm going to take a look at here. I'm going to take this color, mix this color a little bit lighter. Now I'm going to see. I'm going to make the outside a little bit lighter. How do you like it? This is all testing and experiment. It's a little bit lighter now. That's make it a little structure. Okay, texture. That's fine. Like this. How do you like this compared to what it was? I'm going to make this side. Well, if I do the opposite, you probably say the same thing. But it got to be different. It cannot be the same. Right? But doesn't matter how you are going to express yourself. You have to thinking about somehow you're going to make the background and work with the inside. Okay, now I'm going to take a look at here. I'm going to make the yellow and the red and with the white color. Okay, are you looking? I'm going to have a little bit more yellow. Now I'm going to take a look here. I'm going to make the inside a little bit lighter. Like that. I'm going to blend the color a little bit quicker like that. And I'm going to, this definitely is not in the reference. You have to see it differently. And I'm going to clean this brush because I have too much white paints. So now I'm going to use a little bit darker color for the bottom over here. See? I'm going to make it a little bit darker. Now I'm going to show a little bit edge. Now the bottom definitely is a little bit darker compared to the inside. That's showing the intention of this. So I want you to play with the ideas. This is good. So I'm going to confirm the color with a little thicker pinks. Okay, the top over here looks fine. The bottom over here need a little bit color, make it a little bit more consistent. So I'm going to take a little white color, mix into this color to see how it looks like. It looks like I have a little bit more yellow. Just think about the same way that you are thinking about in the watercolor mixing process. Okay, I'm going to take this color in here. I'm going to take a little bit white color. Okay, and maybe a little bit blue. Okay, I'm going to put it over here. It's very similar to what I want. Since I'm not using gamsol, and the color would look a little bit more solid. And it looks like it's too much warm. So I'm going to take a little blue color, right? And I'm going to, as soon as you get the blue color, the color look a little bit darker. So I'm going to get a little bit white color and then make a little bit more neutral. Come on, that's good. Okay, now I'm going to just spread the color like this and the bottom over here. Okay, I do like the texture. I'm going to keep that. Okay, I'm going to put this a little bit more out here. I'm going to express and put the color over. Oh, that's good. And the outside, I already have enough color. But on the top over here, maybe it's going to have a little bit light shape over here. Just a little light shape to make it the background, divide it into different smaller shape, make it a little bit more interesting. I'm not sure that is the right color. I maybe have a little bit more yellow. And maybe a little bit over here, get a little bit darker color, have a little bit brown color. And I'm gonna just put a little bit shape like this. I'm coming on this side, maybe here, keep it a little bit darker, like that. It may be the wrong decision. You just need to put it on so they can see this is what you want. Okay, now I'm gonna clean my brush. I'm gonna come in here to set the color a little bit more right to all the areas. Earlier, we try not to make the color looks too serious or too solid. We're only serious are the light and dark of the color and also the intensity of the color. That's what we're only serious about. Now I'm going to take the red color mix into with the yellow color. Now I'm going to put it right here. Now I'm going to put this color up here. I'm going to get a little bit more yellow color. Now from this step, I'm not using gamsol. I'm just going to put this color in here, like that. That's good. Come in a little bit, like that. And have the edge overlap, it is okay. And the top over here too, I'm going to put that over here. It's okay. Now I'm going to take this color, make it a little bit bigger, and now expand this out a little bit like this. This is right. I'm gonna, on this side, I'm gonna put the color over here too, like that. Now I'm gonna thinking about, is that enough contrast? If this need to be a little bit more white, I'm gonna take a little white color in here. I'm gonna take a look. I'm just going to put this color right next to it. I don't care what object is there. I only care about how the color is going to work together. Like that. Okay, I'm kind of coming on this side. I'm going to make the edge meet to each other. Okay. And probably okay, and I keep the outside, and I love the fact there's a little bit like a texture over here. I'm going to keep it like that. Now I'm going to come into the inside over here, get a little red color. I'm just going to add a little red color, and actually just blend the red color on top of this. Now you see I just make this a little bit warmer. I'm not mixing the color. I actually have those color blend together. I'm going to have a little red color coming over here. Like that. It's how easy you get the final color already. Like that, that's good. Now I'm going to have a, make sure this value is meant to be the right relationship. Now I'm going to get a little bit lighter orange color and still keep in the same family. Okay, like that. That's good. Now there is enough suggestions for the shadow side. Now take a look at the cast shadow, and I'm going to take the blue color, use a little brown color. Now I'm going to get the color pretty dark. If I want it to be a little bit darker, you can get a little bit red color in here too. I'm going to, inside over here, I'm going to just think about this a little bit, here you go, a little bit darker like that. Okay, think about how much contrast do you want. If you don't want that much contrast, you don't have to make it so much difference. Okay, I'm going to taking that color. This is nice, and I'm going to get a little yellow color and get a little red color, and that's almost brown color because in my brush I already have some blue color in here, right? Now I'm going to come over here, just put a little line, a very thin line like that. That's good enough. A little thin line over here, that's good enough. Right, this is good. Now the painting gets closer and closer, looks like there. Okay, I'm going to take this color. I'm also going to put a little dark color on the edge over here, like that. And also the other side has a little shadow. I'm going to put this color over here and show it as the cast shadow. Just one color coming down. That's good enough. And looks like connect to this side. Okay, you can see the painting is almost done. And you probably think about, really? This is called done? Okay, I'm going to coming over here, just going to use the brush and move the color a little bit. Obviously, I need to have some thicker color, so I'm going to take the orange and the red color. Again, I'm going to take that two color together. Oh, I have this color so thick. I'm going to put the color in here. I'm going to see a little red color over here. I'm going to see the red color over here before I come into mix that into other color, because I can use the benefit of having this thick red color. Now I'm going to take the yellow color, and I'm also going to use a little white color because that is definitely too dark. I'm going to get a little bit yellow. Okay, right here. Take a look at that. That's good. I'm going to put that also up here. That's right. That's good. Over here I'm going to have also the color coming like that. Break it a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to working into the seeds. How are you going to do the seeds? First, I'm going to looking for the shape and the bigger shape. I'm going to get a little red color. I already have this color. I want it to be a little bit more like a darker brown color. So get the red color in here. It's almost the color you want. At first, I'm going to look for this shape. Can you see that? This shape right over there. I'm going to have a little shape over here like that. And the little dark shape over here. I'm going to have even darker right at this spot, like that. And I'm going to have a few shape. Okay, a little bit more red. Like that. A little bit over here. Here you go. Now this is good. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start using a smaller brush. Right? I'm going to use a slightly bit smaller. It's a number 4, also filled with shape. What I want to do, I can hold the brush this way because it's a very small area. Now I'm going to take a look at the color. It's mostly orange color, but it's a little bit kind of gray. I'm going to take this color, a little bit blue color, mix into it. Now here you go. Now I'm going to take this color, make sure it's thick enough. Okay. Now take a look at, I'm going to put this color right over here. I'm going to take this color, the next color, right next to it, and maybe a little bit more orange, like that, and the top over here, like this. That's good enough. Okay. I'm going to take a look at, there's a color right over here. Like that. And then I'm going to keep this color too. And another color over here. They're probably good enough. I may not really want the other one. And I'm going to keep this one. Make sure you have enough color in the brush. Like that. That's good. I'm going to have one over here. Push it down and move it up a little bit. That's good. I'm going to have a little one over here. And here you go. There's one. I'm going to give it a little bit more. And then have a little bit darker. On the other side, keep comparing. Now I'm going to see that one over here. You have to have some darker shape behind or next to it, or cannot let it stand out. I'm going to have the little color over here. And this is good. Now I'm going to come back to take a little bit brown color. I'm going to take a look at over here. It has a little brown color coming in here, like that. And I have a little brown color showing that a little translucent. There's something that needs to be darker. Okay, like that. Looks like it's something behind. Okay, now we're gonna paint. Have a little bit smaller brush, and this is the brush. Actually, it should be small enough. Now I'm gonna come to mix the brown color, and I'm gonna create the color around. I'm gonna take it over here, put this color coming over here, and around the shape, and a little bit over here too. Okay, a little bit like that. Here you go. A little bit coming this way. Okay, that a little bit more on this side. I'm gonna have a little bit like that, and this is the going around. This is some orange color, a dark color around here. I'm gonna have a little texture. Okay, and look at the outside over here. You need the color coming out a little bit more. That's easy. I'm gonna have a little bit yellow color and mix it into here. There you go. And then you can use my video as a reference, and you can do the practice at home. Now I'm gonna have a little bit brighter color, so I'm gonna take a little yellow, a little red, just mix it right together on the canvas. That's good. Now I'm gonna have this a little light color. I have a little white. I'm gonna take a look. I see that. I'm gonna have some texture. Here you go. Now I'm gonna have some shape over here. Is that right? That's good. Like that. I'm gonna change the shape a little bit over there. Oh, now this is good. Now the last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get the white color. I'm gonna just have a little tip and take a look. And here you go. A little bit over here. And over here I can have couple dot. It's not even though it doesn't belong to that one. And you can also add some adjustment. Like I said, the outside over here need to be clean up the shape a little bit and have a little bit orange, brown, light brown color, and it gets a little bit orange, light brown color, and move a little bit. You can see the details inside the lift in the seat over here, and have a little bit depth like that. And those is very easy for you to do, and you can enjoy that rendering. But in the process of doing it, it need to be like at the end of the process. I'm gonna have a little bit coming over here, showing that details inside the seat. But that's supposed to be a very later. So I'm gonna have a little bit light color over here too, like that. And you can see this side also can have a little bit light color too. And here you go, a little bit like that, showing the reflection on the color on the other side. And this side, I'm gonna have a little red color over here to adjust the color, make it look like a little bit warmer, like that. Okay. And now you can think about the outside. Oh, I'm gonna change the color, make it a little bit yellowish on the outside over here. It's still work in progress, right? I'm gonna get a little bit white color and mix it over here. It still remain to be the same value, but I think the color a little bit too great, so I'm gonna put this color over here for the intention. I'm gonna have a little bit brighter, like that. And the top over here, I'm probably a little bit more bluish, even though it's not there. I'm gonna just put the color over here, like that, and maybe make a little bit more interesting. Now I'm gonna think about maybe throw a little darker colors based on the reference, and I'm gonna make this a little bit darker to see how it look like, and maybe make it more interesting as in the background have something going on. And from here on, you can continue develop the painting, which is much more easier because now you already have a good foundation. Like over here, right? You think about, oh, there's a little bit too much changes. Maybe I'm gonna blend this color in here. That's very easy to change it. Blend the color, yellow color in here. That would be fine. So I can consider this painting roughly is already finished.